It's not such a long time since Prime Minister Boris Johnson was eager to buddy up with Donald Trump.
You know who this is? Does everybody know?
But was this just a strategic political relationship? Or is there a legitimate comparison?
Boris Johnson has often traded on combating the experts, being the voice of the people.
In terms of the use of nationalism, in terms of the use of immigration, in terms of those kind of, the dog whistles that we've seen being used by both of them, quite frankly.
Great to be with my friend Boris
But Boris Johnson was keen to criticise the US president's involvement in the insurrection. So how do Brits feel about Johnson dumping Trump and Johnson's prospects with Joe Biden?
When people are usually doing well, people will tend to support you. But when the ship gets rocky, they'll think about putting the life jacket on and heading into the dinghy. That's the nature of people. And politicians are no different in that regard.
Boris Johnson will do the best to make things work for Britain. And whichever president happens to be in the White House, British Prime Minister will do their best to get along with them.
We call him Baby Trump here. My friends call him that. So yes, it's we're hoping there'll be some change over here as well.
Boris Johnson unreservedly condemned Donald Trump's incitement of the crowd following the attacks on the Capitol building. But that's the first time in 4 years he's been openly critical of the American president. Johnson's challenge now will be to build bridges with the Biden administration to try to bury the hatchet over their political differences. But political commentators in this country say Johnson will struggle to escape the continuum of conservative populism which has swept the West.
After tying himself to Trump for 4 years, it's going to be hard to untangle that particular association.
So where does this leave Johnson? Where he might find common ground with Biden is COVID-19 recovery. Both men already sharing the same message.
And build back better.
Then we can start to build back better than before.
Build a greener economy.
And not just this, Johnson has two cards up his sleeve. In June, the UK is hosting the G7 and a global climate change gathering in November.
The Biden administration is going to be much more pragmatist because it's going to have to be. It's going to have to reach out. It's going to have to rebuild. It's going to have to reestablish faith in the United States of America. And I think that does create an opportunity for Prime Minister Johnson.
Both leaders will soon be battling to find common ground. For Newsy, I'm Luke Hanrahan in London.